Today's video is Ask Homesteady and get some hay down. This week we've got a lot of questions about cows. Or more, boy, everybody's so loud today, the cows, the chickens. Or more specifically, we'll talk about bulls. Why we chose the bull we did to AI Luna to. Hush, chicken. If you want to get a question answered, all right, get outside. Poor thing probably just wants to lay an egg. Ooh, dusty. If you want to get a question answered on Ask Homesteady, make sure you use the hashtag AskHomesteady, one word, so we can find your question and answer it on our video. All right, go lay your egg now, but be quiet.
In today's episode of Ask Homesteady, we're going to answer Candace and Jolynn's question. They were both curious about how we selected the bull that we bred Luna to, and in addition to that, we have a few more questions to answer, so let's get right into it.
Now, farm boy.
As you wish.
Stack me that hay.
Yes. So as most of you know, we chose to do artificial insemination with our cows.
The main reason for me, we decided to do that instead of buying a bull to keep on our property is because a bull is a dangerous animal. It's just a fact of life, of farming, that you get some male animals with that testosterone. I don't care if you're talking about a rooster. A rooster can be aggressive and dangerous. A buck, a goat, a male goat can be dangerous. A bull, we're talking about a large sized animal. So much power, so many hormones behind them. They are dangerous animals.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah. They are dangerous animals, and I did not feel comfortable having one on my farm, around my children and my family.
If we hadn't been successful with the AI, we would have considered bringing our girls to a bull. But fortunately, we got them both bred.
That wasn't our first option because of just disease testing, making sure the other herd doesn't have the disease, making sure you're not introducing any new pathogens onto your farm that you don't want. So for us, AI was our first choice, and thankfully both the girls took to the AI, so they're both bred. Now the bull and the straws that we bought for Luna were different than the ones that I originally chose for Ladybug. We did a video about why we chose the bull we did for Ladybug. You could see that here.
Up above.
You can see that here. But for Luna we had some different requirements.
So, superfan Candace Christensen says,
Superfan Candace, who does not like your mustache, by the way.
Oh, I know. She said I've reached peak Hook, which I told her,
Is
by
a compliment?
comparing me to Hook, you have ensured that this will never disappear off my face.
Oh, man. It's true.
Candace says, what are some of the things you looked for when buying straws? And she wanted to know how complicated was the process. And Jolynn asked a very similar question, you know, what did we look for when choosing a bull? So
first of all, when they're asking about straws, that's how they ship the semen from the semen collection facility, or a farm sometimes will store their semen in a straw, long straw. Then they ship that super cold to your house or to your AI tech's house, which is what they did because he has a tank where they store those straws of semen.
So that in itself is a little bit complicated to work out the logistics.
And as you can imagine, shipping in that way is expensive.
Yeah, you'll pay a lot. So the thing we did was buy multiple straws because the shipping rate is a flat rate, whether you buy one straw or 10.
Yeah. The question about how complicated is it? It's one of those it can be as complicated as you want it to be. For me, because she's a mini Jersey, I wanted to breed her to a mini Jersey. That narrowed the pool for me a lot, which made it a little bit easier to choose our stud.
If you have a standard size Jersey, not first time freshening, and you're just looking to do a veal, you can talk to your AI guy about what he has in the tank, find an Angus that's a small birth weight, and just pick one of the ones he has in the tank. For us, we had to consider a lot more because of the cow we were breeding and the fact that it was her first time freshening. The cow that's over there knocking
stuff over.
Yeah. All right, that's enough. Our goal when breeding our cows was not veal. We wanted to, that's where it gets complicated. Our goals for our cows were different than just making a veal.
Making a veal.
Making a veal.
If we get heifers, we'd like them to be future milkers, whether for us someday or somebody else. Our goal number 1, breeding Luna for the first time, was size. I want a low birth weight calf for her to have. I'm 5'4", which means I haven't actually measured her. I need to do that before I get her registration sent in. For a year, and how old is she? A year and almost 5 months. She's a small cow. I don't want to breed her to a bull that's going to throw large birth weight calves. That meant for me, when I was choosing my semen, I wanted a miniature breed bull. And since she's a mini Jersey, we decided to keep it so we could, if we have a heifer or a little bull calf, sell a miniature Jersey as breeding stock for somebody, or maybe even for us someday. Size then was one of the most important things for me. And if you're breeding any first calf heifer, generally that's when you want to breed to a lower birth weight bull, so you're not getting a calf that's too big for her to push out the first time. Because she's a first calf heifer, I don't want her to have a calf that's just too big for her to push out. I don't want to have to worry about pulling a calf. Oh, Luna. Oh, Luna. How will we ever sell any of them, Daddy? They're so cute.
We will. We will sell them.
The second trait we were really looking for when selecting the bull was A2A2 genetics. Now this one will cause some arguments in the comments below. It causes arguments everywhere in the cow world right now. The first most important reason why we chose A2A2 genetics was for marketability. We have seen time and time again that family cows with A2A2 genetics sell quicker. Why? Well, because some people feel that it is a healthier milk for people to digest. We did not choose an A2A2 cow specifically for the health benefits. If the science backs that up eventually, then great, we got the healthier option. We're not saying we believe in the A2A2 genetics is healthier per se, but the market wants it, and so we want to have a product that the market wants, thus A2A2 genetics.
You're so cold-hearted. The market wants it.
The market wants it.
I'll give it to the market.
Whatever market wants.
I gotta talk about this a little bit. The mini Jersey world of breeding is a different one than the standard Jersey world. Standard Jersey, you can look at bulls, you can see genetics, you can see conformation. If your cow has poor conformation in one area, you can look at a bull and say, okay, he'll improve her calves in this area. They have so much testing in the standard Jersey world, which is nice. It gives you a huge pool of studs to choose from. In mini Jersey world, you don't get that because the breed is relatively new. In the late 90s, they were just starting these registries and getting these animals on the herd book. That meant I went to someone who had bulls who were genetically tested for any genetic abnormalities that might pop up. But also I was looking for a good milking line of Jerseys. Some mini Jersey lines have Dexters mixed in or some low line. I was looking for good milking genetics. So someone whose dam milked And when we say a lot, it's different than commercial herds. We're talking 4 gallons a day, 6 gallons a day. So enough to feed a calf and a family. Also good teats for hand milking. Somebody could use some longer teats over there. Those back ones I strip milk. So I'd like a calf with some longer teats. Oh, dog. What are you doing by me? Come on.
They annoying you?
Longer teats. Also a bull whose dam had a nice well-attached udder, who's throwing heifer calves with nice well-attached udders. I don't want a cow who, when she's 4 years old, her udder's hanging down to the ground getting stepped on, her teats getting stepped on. That opens up the way for infection, and it's not good. These are the things. Ladybug has a nice well-attached udder. Wanted to keep that going in our line, but breed in some longer teats. That's what I'm looking for a good family milk cow. These are funny things.
The 5th most important thing we were looking for was a calf that was registered. Sorry, a bull that was registered purebred mini Jersey, which is a little bit complicated.
And these breed registries, especially the newer breed registries.
It's okay. We have guineas. They know we have guineas.
This is something to look into if you're looking into mini Jerseys, looking into buying them. Research the breed registries, figure out what people are looking for as far as mini Jerseys go. This bull is registered, his foundation pure miniature Jersey.
It's like the loudest morning on the farm we've had.
This is what everybody wants though. They don't want us to be inside.
No, this is what Candace wanted. You wanted this, Candace. This is because you wanted more goats in the videos.
And they're the quietest ones today.
Weird, yeah. So
with breed registries, people are gonna hate those guineas. With breed registries, especially newer breed registries, there will always be politicking involved. If you're getting into mini Jerseys, do your research. He's running after guineas now.
That right there is why.
No, like, were you eating something? Were you eating something good? What are you guys doing?
You ready?
The other thing we were looking for was homozygous polled. That means she's polled, Luna's polled, she doesn't grow horns. When she was born as a calf, we didn't have to take off any horn growth. Ladybug is polled. That means we're going to breed them both to a polled bull, and we will get polled calves. So no needing to mess around with horns. Then I was looking for confirmation. A bull that's nicely put together, nice legs, nice back, nice feet. He'll give me calf. She loves knocking that thing over. We'll hopefully get some good calves who will be sturdy in the field and live a long time. No use.
Get your good feet away from my camera. Get those good feet away.
Terrible. She loves knocking that thing over.
Come on, pups. Hey, girls. Come on, pups. Kind of the last thing we were looking for when selecting a bull to breed, and when I say we, I mean Kay.
It was like our tiebreaker. If we had two identical bulls.
If we had 2 ideal bulls, this was the tiebreaker because it is one of the lesser important traits, but when it comes to selling the calf, it can be really more important. And that was a bull who threw flashy calves. And it means what it sounds, a flashy car, something that looks nice. This is really obvious if any of you have ever gone shopping for goats. You go in and you look at the goats and you say, hey, I want to see what goats you're selling. And when we went to look for goats, for example, when we went to look for Gizmo and Lacey, we didn't have too many options to pick from, but they both have very nice coats. They just look neat. This one's a couple colors, Gizmo's a tricolor. We once went shopping for goats and we got to the farm and the guy only had 2 all-white goats, the most boring looking goats you could possibly imagine. And we said, what about all those other ones over there? He says, no, they're not for sale. They were flashy goats. The other ones were cooler looking goats. And we said, no thanks, because we didn't want an all white boring goat. We wanted goats with some personality. And the same rule applies to calves. If you have 2 calves, same qualities, you and another farm are selling the same, practically the same calf, same age, same genetics, but yours has a flashier, neater looking coat, you're gonna sell your calf before the other places. So when it came down to it, the final trait was, yes, somebody who threw flashy calves. And then all the other things you can pay attention to, well, that was about it for us when we were selecting who to breed. Hello, hello nice goat, hello. No? You don't?
You say anything? We've both walked in. Now let me throw the calves in head.
So now let's talk about
that chicken.
Let's talk about that chicken. One of the questions we get asked a bunch, did we choose sexed semen? As we have already stated, our goal is not veal. We are hoping for heifers. So you can buy sexed semen. Did we choose sexed semen? I'm gonna go get that chicken kicked out.
Okay. No, I did not. First of all, because it is much more expensive. It's not, you do not have a 100% guarantee that you will get the sex that you're breeding for.
Noisiest Ask Homesteady ever. So it's not a guarantee, it's more expensive.
And it brings the fertility of the straw down a little bit.
And we were already having a hard time with Ladybug
just getting
having
her,
the AI to work, so.
We were having a hard time figuring out her cycle and getting the AI guy here at the time where we needed him.
Yeah,
so it was already a bit of a challenge.
So no, we didn't. Maybe in the future, now that we've kind of worked out some of the kinks, we might, but it is more expensive, so we would just have to see about that.
Did we choose a bull that has grass-fed genetics?
This is one of those gray areas.
Hot button topics
hot button
again.
Topics. We'll see it in the comments for sure. Grass-fed genetics. Is there a gene you can point to that says, look, that's the grass-fed gene, and that cow's not a grass-fed gene?
For example, 2 large P's, PP, homozygous polled. You can test for that. They can isolate and determine which gene that bull is carrying.
There is no grass-fed gene to point to because all cows are ruminants.
They all eat grass.
Yeah, they all have genes that help them turn grass into milk. That's what a cow does. But certain cows have certain traits that help them live on grass-only systems better than other cows. If you took a production Holstein from a production commercial dairy, and then just set her free on some pasture somewhere, she might not do as well as a mini Jersey put out onto that same pasture, because certain traits will help in grass-only systems.
Smaller stature, good legs to walk to and from the fields.
Lower production.
Longevity. Even the larger semen companies are starting to classify bulls as kind of this all-encompassing, that they will do well, calves they throw will do well on a pasture-based system.
You could think about this like chickens. Miss Squawky over there.
Judy.
That one there is one of those, right?
If you take a Cornish cross and you take a loud Rhode Island red and you put them out in the pasture, the Cornish is going to eat grass and bugs, just like the Rhode Island red. But as the Cornish gets bigger, he's going to need more grain inputs to produce like he's supposed to, whereas the Rhode Island red will do better with less inputs.
So when we're talking about a cow that does well on a grass-based system, we're not talking about a cow you can just throw in some poor pasture and expect it to thrive and produce milk. These cows still need to be managed. Your pastures still need to be managed so they're fruitful and the cow can get all the nutritional benefits she needs from it. They still need good grass and good hay.
When we were selecting a bull to breed to, that whole grass-fed genetics, pretty much any mini Jersey is going to do well on grass because of the traits that they have been bred with for generations and generations. Or, well, a couple generations.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what we get. When we talk about the reason we chose the traits we did for marketability, grass-fed genetics, some are going to say the same thing about that. Well, that's just marketing.
Or mini Jerseys, that's just marketing.
A2, it's just marketing.
Yeah, there's nothing better about that for anybody. It's all marketing. You're just trying to ask more money. You're just trying to ask more money for a product that's no better. Well,
life is marketing. Business is marketing.
everything, anytime you have to sell something, you should be thinking about marketing. There's a reason they can ask more money for a Mercedes-Benz than they can for, I gotta think, I don't know my cars so well. There's a reason the luxury Hondas are still cheaper than the luxury Lexus. No, non-luxury Lexus. The fact is, if you're going to try to make your homestead profitable, you need to think about your market and you need to think about marketing.
In the farm market, hay is up, hay is expensive, and cows are down.
Cows are down.
The price of cows is down. We want to be producing calves that people want. That's A2, that's mini Jersey for us. I also want good milkers. I want healthy cows who can live a long time with minimal health problems. That's why we chose the cows we did, and that's why we chose the bull we did.
So we looked for a bull that would do all that for us, and we found one. And is it Chicken Lady who wanted to know?
Chicken Gal.
Chicken Gal. Chicken Gal wanted to know, who did we buy our straws from? Where did we find this bull? And yeah.
From Sure Shot Cattle Company, and the bull's name is Sure Shot Captain Morgan. Nope. There's a Captain Morgan. Sure Shot Southern Comfort.
Southern Comfort, right.
So look him up if you want to see what he looks like.
Flashy calves.
Flashy.
Oh, so
we'll
flashy.
See. Watch we get like a brown, all brown.
They also, Joe Lynn wanted to know
if we bred both.
Luna and Ladybug to the same, because we maybe you already caught us mentioning it wasn't working from the first bull we had picked for Ladybug. So yes, we wound up taking the straws from Sure Shot, both Southern Comfort, registered mini.
Yeah. The third time we bred Ladybug AI, I kind of wanted to change everything up just in case it was maybe an issue with the semen and shipping of the first semen that we bought. I just said, okay, let's do everything different. We did the regimen of the timed AI syncing her with the new semen, and she took. So she's bred now to a mini Jersey, and Luna is as well. So we'll have some little minis running around here in the fall.
And hopefully we wound up with some flashy heifer calves. A couple people were asking in the last couple weeks, what are we hoping for, heifer or bull? Already kind of slipped that one too. I think we're hoping for heifers, both of them.
It's hard to sell them though, I'll be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
But we considered our market. What do you mean they're not hard to sell?
What I mean is like, you know, you get these cute little flashy heifer calves.
Better.
Hard personally for me to sell them.
Oh boy, you know what they say about cows.
Cows are like potato chips. Can't have just one.
Or two, apparently. So there it is, Ask Homesteady Barnyard Edition. Candace, don't complain about the noise because it's all your fault. It's the loudest Ask Homesteady
So
ever.
loud.
This is how we're doing Ask Homesteady now. We're answering your questions, but thematically we're picking what most people are asking that week and trying to answer them in the same theme. Today's was on selecting a bull to AI your cows to.
Answering questions and getting barn chores done all at the same time.
Which always works super well. If you'd like to get a question answered, hashtag Ask Homesteady, all one word, in the comments of any of, well, it would be next week's videos, or any of the videos you see from today forward, and we will maybe get you on Ask Homesteady.
And should we talk about like what's upcoming?
Oh,
If
coming
anyone
attractions?
asks any questions about things that are upcoming?
Good idea. Coming attractions for next week. What are they going to see on the Homesteady channel?
And if they have any questions relating to
That chicken is so loud. So next week, stay tuned because you're going to see the livestock trailer we built be used.
Also, what has it been like for 6 people living in 1,000 square feet? This is moving week, so we'll kind of give our sum up on what it's been like living in a small space with
That's
that many children.
200 square feet per. No, that's
No, it's less.
150 square feet per.
Oh,
6 people.
that would be 900, so it's 100 something.
Comment below if you're better at math.
Don't use a calculator though. Do it off the top of your head.
Anyway, it's been a small space for 6 people, but it's been good. We have some good tips on tiny living and designing your space to work for your life, so that's coming up. Maybe we'll see a pregnancy update,
Next week, maybe.
because the last pregnancy update you were like not this far along.
Yeah.
The baby was the size of like a rutabaga or something.
That chicken.
All right.
It's because we're in here. They're like talking because we're here. They're so noisy.
Shut it down.
All right.
Shut down. If you watched this episode all the way to the end, chances are you really like Homesteady. If you really like Homesteady, then consider helping us to produce it by doing all your Amazon shopping through this link or by typing in www.amsteady.com before you shop at Amazon. Won't cost you a penny extra. Help support our show big time. We thank you for your support.